Five friends sat in a movie theater in a row containing five seats, numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. The directions left and right are from the point of view of the people as they sit in the seats. During the movie, Ada went to the lobby to get some popcorn. When she returned, she found that B had moved 2 seats to the right, CC had moved 1 seat to the left, and D and Edie had switched seats, leaving an end seat for Ada, in which seat had Ada been sitting before she got up. So I'm going to simplify these to A, B, C, D, and E, their names. So I'm first going to I'm going to draw these seats out. So here's 1, seat 2, seat 3, seat 4, seat 5. So I'm going to think about the seats that D and E can sit in and go through those possibilities, and then where A, B, and C have to go. So I'm just going to write out at the end of this, A is going to be on an end seat, B 2 to the right, and C 1 to the left. And D and E switch. So all the possibilities for D and E are just any two seats that aren't the end seats. Because if D and E were in the end seats and they flop like that, then there's no way that A could be in the end seat. So possibilities for D and E are going to be 2, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. So I'm going to go through these. So let's say D and E are in 2 and 4, and it doesn't matter if E's in 2, D's in 2, they're going to flip anyway. So here this will, so if B has to go 2 to the right, and A is going to be, yeah, actually, so this won't work because C has to go 1 to the left, so C wouldn't be able to go 1 to the left here, so this won't work. Now 2 and 5, so D and E. So C could go 1 to the left here. C would have to go here, and B would have to go there. It's going to go to the right. Then A would go here, but that won't work because C is going to move here and B is going to move here. They're going to move to the same seat, so that won't work. Now let's try D and E at 1 and 2. So D, E. So here, B would have to go right here. C would have to go right here. A would go right here. B is going to move there, but also A is going to move there, so they'd end up at the same seat, so that won't work. Next, D and E at 2 and 3. So D, E. C would have to go here because it's moving 1 to the left. B wouldn't be able to go anywhere here, so that wouldn't work. Now 3 and 5, so D, E. So C would have to go here, and there's nowhere B would be able to go here, so that won't work. So now 1 and 3, so D, E. C would have to go here, B would have to go here, move 2 to the right, A would go here, but again, B would be moving here, C would be moving there, they'd be moving to the same spot, so that won't work. Now we'll try 3 and 4, so D, E. C would have to go here, but there's nowhere B would be able to go, so that won't work. So now 4 and 5. So let's say D's here, E's here. So here, B would have to be in 1, because it's moved 2 to the right. C would have to go here. and then A would go here. So B is going to move here, C is going to move right here, and then A is going to take that end seat. So that actually works. So 4, 5 works. Let's just go through 1, 4 just to make sure. So D, E, we would have C would have to go here, but then B wouldn't be able to go anywhere here. So that wouldn't work. So that 4, 5 scenario where D is here, E is here, A is here, C is here, B is here, and here we see A is in seat 2, so the answer is choice